Howdy do! Hey, how are you? I'm fine, thanks for asking. Hey, welcome to Beer Whisperer, and you're once again drinking with the Beer Whisperer. So, this is what we do, is I have a beer, I pop it, and then we just have a conversation just like we're talking in a bar. We don't really do a full-on beer review, although I will tell you about the beer. But it's more about the drinking experience than just a beer review, so I hope you like what I'm trying to do here. Gunslinger, double IPA, 8.3%, 93 IBUs. It's a big one, folks. I'm going to be careful pouring this because there is a fair amount of sediment on the bottom of these. Some people like that, some don't. Don't mind that they do it. I'm going to try to leave that little bit in the bottle. I try not to get so much. There we go. I did it okay. Oh, got a few floaties down there. I did all right, though. Oh, well, I didn't stop quite soon enough. Kind of a hazy orange, you say, right? I like to pour it right away first, and then we can talk about it. You know, there's a lot of talk about temperatures for beers. You know, what's a good temp? I can get that up there. You can kind of see there's still some stuff down there if you could see that. Let me flip this around here and get my hand to hold steady. See that? Serve warm, 57 degrees. That's a little warmer than I usually drink brews. Yeah, I've talked with a lot of different folks about beer temps. The phrase room temperature, I don't like. A lot of people say, well, this should be drank at room temperature. Well, what's room temperature? I mean, room temperature in, say, Belgium is different than, say, room temperature in Arizona, is it not? You know, and in most cases, when they say room temperature, they're not really talking about room temperature, they're talking about cellar temperature. So, I mean, even if we're talking about European beers, you know, Britain, for instance, I doubt if most of their cellars are 70 degrees, and if we're talking many American homes, you are talking 65 to 75 degrees. So that's not a good temp for any beer. But this one says to be drank warmer than most. Serve warm between 57 to 61 degrees. So they want this one kind of warm. I actually have a slight chill on it because I want to kind of warm up as I'm drinking with you. This is a good IPA, good double IPA. Does it belong in the same conversation with some of the big boys? I don't know. It's good, though. I've got another one here. Let me get it out. I should have had it ready, but I didn't. So I'm going to keep talking. I know I had it right here, but now it got away from me. There it is. This bad boy from right here in Springfield, I'm a big fan of, and it doesn't say a temperature to drink that. This is from right here in Springfield, Missouri. This one is out of St. Genevieve, Missouri, I believe. Yes, St. Genevieve. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. I love when that happens. I'll tell you that right now. I think I like the Mother's better, but this one certainly is good. Here's the thing, I hesitate to use the phrases like this one's better than that one. Maybe you like it better, but is it better? No, it's not. Nothing's better. When you're talking about brews of this quality, Crown Valley's great, Mother's is great. Some of them that are in the conversation of the best out there, like the Heady Topper, or the Pliny the Elder, beers like that, But when we're talking about any of these good craft brewery double IPAs, even the Boulder Mojo Rising or the Firestone Walker Double Jack, you really can't say this one is better. You can say I prefer this one better or I like this one better, but you can't say one is better than the other because they're all, quality beers. They're all using same fine ingredients, So it frustrates me when I say, well, this one's better. No, it's not better. It's the one you like better, but it doesn't mean it's better. It might be semantics, but still, when you're talking about quality, it's all quality. So I don't think we should we should lift one craft brewery over the other, because truthfully, us beer geeks, we need all of them to survive. You know, even the ones that they're small. There are some. I've been to one in St. Louis called Civil Life. Excuse me. And I don't know how big they intend to get, but currently they're basically the equivalent of, you know, what a neighborhood brewery would have been, you know, before Prohibition. They do mostly growlers, or tap there. I don't believe they have anything in bottles, and I don't know if they have any plans to. They are in a small handful of restaurants out there, and they've got a relatively small brewery out there that you can go in with a very nice old school feel, kind of European style bar look to them. And their beers are mostly a session, somewhere between 4.5% and 5%. Most of them are pretty light, and basically they're set up to be basically a neighborhood brewery, and that's fine too. And that's why I hate to say, well, this is better than that, because you know it's not better. When you're talking about beers of this quality and a style as specific as a double IPA, what I like better, and what another craft beer geek likes better, amounts to very small things in the taste. Mouthfeel. Do you like them thinner? You like them a little thicker? Many use a full malt bill, like this one does. Many use honey to keep the body thinner. Some believe that brings the hops out more. Some like that thinner body with the honey. Some don't like the adjuncts. I tend to be one. Even though I like beers like Hop Slam that does employ some honey, I generally tend to favor, for the most part, those that don't carry any honey. But it doesn't mean I don't like those others. It's just that small thing. That's why I don't like to use the term, well, this one's better than that one. Because it's not better. Oh, wow. Fantastic. The problem with many beer geeks, yeah, I've even made the mistake before, and I really try to avoid it, is that, you know, not one person is superior than another person. A lot of people like to think, well, I know more than you, so my opinion means more. And the truth is that's not true in 99% of the cases. There are a small handful of, honest to God, craft beer experts, but most of us out here are just guys that appreciate beer. No matter how much schooling some of these folks have, or what they've done, you know, most of the guys that are writing stuff on the internet, writing beer blogs or posting beer videos, are just enthusiasts, which is what I am. I don't claim to be a serious expert, but I am a guy that's been drinking beer for better than 30 years, so I think that gives me a pretty good handle on what's going on. That and the internet's a wonderful thing, right? It is, because it does allow you to do a lot of personal research, right? I mean, you know, if somebody posts something on there and you don't know, so you can get on and do your own research. You can find out if it's true or if it's not true, or take it to another level. You can expound on it. So that's kind of the great thing. I love having this, you know, this internet. You know, it's basically having an encyclopedia at your disposal. I don't have to, you know, think about if you're lying to me or not. Like we used to do. Okay, wait till you can get to the library, do the research, and then come home and then have that argument. Now if somebody says something stupid on the internet, you can go right to a website, find out if they're pulling your leg or not. This has big notes. I want to go to their website for a second, so bear with me. And I'm going to read from their website, so it's going to look like I'm reading here, because I am. They use Pilsner, Crystal 10, Crystal 80, Carapils Pale, and CBW Golden Light malts. They use Zeus, Centennial, Falconer's Flight, and Sintra. Again, it's 8393 IBUs. Okay, so similar malts and similar hops that you see in many of them. This has kind of a medium body mouthfeel to it. Most beers like this have big pine and citrus notes. This one is much bigger on the citrus. Very big on the citrus, in fact. Huge grapefruit notes going on, both on the nose and on the palate. Wow. Get a good picture of that there. Yeah, it looked a little hazy when I first poured it because I got a little bit in there, but now as you can see, it's kind of cleared up there. I didn't get much in there, but I did. I did have a couple floaties going on there. It's not unusual. A lot of beers don't. A lot of them do. It doesn't mean it's the less quality. A lot of them like to have that little extra in there. And you can just be careful not pour it out. I've been fooled a couple times, though, by not realizing it was there. The first time I had this, as a matter of fact, I didn't know it was there, and I had all sorts of chunks. So I had to, it was like having a bowl of cereal. I mean, I had my beer, and anyway, there's nothing wrong with that, though. I mean, it was a satisfying meal. 12 ounces at a time. I digress. I haven't been able to do one in a while. We actually just got home from 2 weeks in St. Louis. We had to be up there for my son's chemo treatment. So we just recently got home, and I was getting stuff straightened out at home and just kind of took a break to pop a beer. I was dying to do a beer video. I was dying to have an IPA. I haven't had an IPA. I was going to go a different direction with a beer review, but I was having an IPA Jones because I hadn't had a double IPA in a while. So I was going to have this one to start with because I had it ready to go. I may have that Mother's after it because I'm dying to kind of compare that. It's been so long since I had that one. I'm really dying to have her again. Oh, wow. And again, another purpose of the segment I want to do here, even though they're longer, I like to do beer videos if I'm doing strictly about beer and not talk about anything else. I like to keep it within 5 minutes. Because, I don't want people to have to watch me all day. I mean, I know I'm not easy to look at for a very long period of time, so I like to keep her short. But these are kind of more relaxed segments. I like to think like what would we talk about if we were sitting at a bar together, that kind of thing. Speaking of that, when we were driving home, my son started making these noises in the back of the car, and my wife says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm trying to do a duck singing Deck the Halls." So then I had to see if I could do it, and I made it sound like this. Anyway, you had to be there. It cracked everybody up in the car. Anyway, I had to do it again for my son. He wanted to make it as his ringtone, so he's got me doing my funky duck noise. Anyway, I digress. Let me take a last swallow of beer here. Oh, that brought the burp out. Awesome! Duck noises and beer. Where else can you get this kind of entertainment? Oh my God! It's time to Beer Whisper. We're gonna get out of here. Yum.